Well, my name is Paddy Sentongo. I was born and grew up in Uganda, which is East Africa. Well, I lost my parents when I was very young. To be exact, I didn't see my father, and my mother died when I was 3. So I just have vague memories of her. They both died of HIV/AIDS. That's when HIV was. We didn't know what was causing that disease, and most of people thought people were being bewitched, so no one was looking for medication. Well, I grew up with my grandmother, with my brother who had a brain disorder after suffering from malaria, and so he had a brain disorder causing seizures. So I grew up looking at him falling down and convulsing, and sometimes I just had to sit there and wait for him to stop seizing, otherwise he would choke and die during his seizures. And that was the kind of life in a very severe poverty. So I remember actually when I was 5, our house, which was a hut, had to fall down, but thankfully none of us was in that house. And so at the age of 13, I was adopted by a very gracious lady whom I call my mother. She's called Grace. And after that adoption, I totally transformed my life because I got to know Jesus Christ in a great and an amazing way. And during that same period, I was enrolled in Compassion International to be sponsored to go to school because I couldn't afford financial my school tuition or school fees. And through Compassion, I got to know Jesus Christ in an amazing way, as most important as a father, because I'd never called anyone daddy or father. But as I got to know, through scripture, especially the book of Psalm 68, that God is the father to the fatherless, and that transformed my life, because to me, I never knew there's a father figures in someone's life and what's the importance, but knowing that God was my dad, it totally transformed my life. Because I remember one specific night, this was a very big experience. I was sleeping, and at 2 in the morning, I woke up, like someone woke me up, and I sat on my bed. And there was a tremendous amount of presence in that room. And as if someone was putting his hands over my shoulders. There was nobody in the room, but my tears started flowing down my eyes. And there was an intense sense of presence. And I got to know that that was God, and He was adopting me in His family as a dad. So growing up, moving forward, the only person I call actually dad in my life is God. And that has totally transformed my life. So when I joined Compassion International, I got a sponsor. Now, this sponsor, her name is Paula Axon. Very exciting day, one of the most exciting days of my life, having a sponsor, because I felt like I was not alone in this journey of life. I felt like I got someone who can, tap me on the back and push me forward with my life. And she wrote me a letter, which I still have, and that letter has been transformed my life. It's the reason why I'm here today. And that letter spoke very few words, but those words were fundamental in my life. This letter gave me hope, gave me a reason to wake up every day and think that actually I'm worth living for another day. After being successful, when I came to the US, I sent her an email telling her how I have made it in life because of her. And I've never seen her face to face, but that letter, which I still have, it's an intimate connection between me and her. It means life to me. Now, Compassion International, I continue with Compassion International through the leadership program, and that strengthened my life. And because of that, right now I decided to become a sponsor. I have 2 children, one in India and another in Dominican Republic. So child sponsoring and adoption, it's such a fundamental issue, I would say fundamental discipline for the church, but also for the whole world, where children who think they don't have a chance, they can be either fatherless or maybe orphan, or they may not be orphans, but who may think that they are destitute, left out to the world, to live alone, not to walk alone in this stressful world. child sponsoring and adoption is a very key, very fundamental in the transformation of a child, because the future of our world starts now.